A swamp like no other, filled with chaos, laughter, and rules made to be broken. That's Shrek, the green ogre who flipped fairy tales on their heads and made a talking donkey one of the most unforgettable characters in animation. Released in 2001, DreamWorks' first Shrek wasn't just a story about an ogre rescuing a princess. The movie's production was chaotic, with scrapped lines, rewritten scenes, and near disasters that almost derailed the entire project. What most people don't know is that, at one point, the film didn't even have a clear direction. 2 decades later, Shrek still feels audacious, messy, and impossible to forget. So today, we're diving into 10 weird facts you didn't know about the first Shrek movie. Let's start with the man who recorded most of Shrek's lines and never got to see his work on the big screen. 1. The original actor who voiced Shrek died before the movie was finished. Before Shrek had a Scottish accent, his voice belonged to Chris Farley. He recorded almost the entire movie, giving the ogre a loud, chaotic, and unpredictable personality, full of raw humor and energy. Then tragedy struck. Farley passed away, leaving the studio with a half-finished performance and months of animation built around a voice that would never be heard. Mike Myers stepped in, re-recorded the entire movie, and transformed Shrek into the Scottish-accented, surprisingly tender ogre we know today. This change didn't just alter his voice, it reshaped the character, the timing, and the heart of the movie itself.
Well, if I treated you so bad, how come you came back?
And this was only the beginning of the countless challenges the team faced bringing Shrek to life. 2. Mike Myers re-recorded the entire movie twice. After Chris Farley's passing, Mike Myers stepped in to voice Shrek. He first recorded the lines with a Canadian accent, but it didn't feel right. The character lacked warmth and personality, so Myers did the unthinkable. He re-recorded every single line with a Scottish accent. Animators had to adjust timing, lip sync, and expressions, essentially reshaping the entire character. The change gave Shrek charm, humor, and the personality we now know and love.
Listen, little donkey. Take a look at me. What am I?
But finding the perfect voice was only one battle. Matching it with the animation, timing, and energy of a cast that rarely recorded together created an entirely new set of challenges. 3. Eddie Murphy's fast delivery forced animators to rebuild Donkey. When Eddie Murphy stepped into the studio to voice Donkey, no one expected the energy he would bring. His delivery was rapid, improvisational, and full of life. Lines came faster than the animators could keep up with. Every expression, every mouth movement had to be rebuilt to match his pace, essentially forcing a last-minute redesign of the character's performance. Murphy's humor didn't just make Donkey unforgettable. It pushed the team to adapt under pressure, blending timing, animation, and improvisation in ways that had never been done before. And while the team scrambled to keep up with Donkey's unstoppable energy, another challenge awaited: crafting a fully CGI human who could be as comically menacing as he was technically believable. 4. Lord Farquaad's unusually complex CGI design. Creating Lord Farquaad was no small feat. As one of the first fully CGI human characters in a major animated film, he had to be exaggerated enough to be funny, yet realistic enough to move, emote, and interact with the world convincingly. Animators faced the technical challenge of crafting facial expressions, gestures, and movements that could sell his ego and villainy. This tiny tyrant became a benchmark for CGI humans in animation, pushing the limits of what had been done before.
That's enough. He's ready to talk.
As the animators wrestled with bringing a fully CGI human to life, the voice cast faced their own hurdles, learning to stretch their performances in ways that animation demanded. 5. Cameron Diaz had to relearn voice acting for the role. Cameron Diaz was already a seasoned actor, but voice acting for Shrek demanded a whole new set of skills. She had to retrain herself, learning how to exaggerate emotion, timing, and nuance in a way that worked for animation, projecting a performance with nothing but her voice. This wasn't just about speaking lines. It was about bringing Fiona to life in a world of chaos, where her reactions often had to match scenes that didn't exist yet. Every sigh, laugh, and gasp had to carry the weight of her character's personality.
I wanted to make it up to you. I mean, after all...
And just when it seemed one challenge was mastered, the production had another major shift waiting behind the scenes. 6. Shrek started as a 2D film before switching to CGI. Shrek wasn't always the CGI masterpiece we know today. The movie originally began as a hand-drawn 2D project with characters and backgrounds sketched on paper. But as production progressed, the team realized that the story, humor, and visual style would work far better in three-dimensional animation. Switching to CGI wasn't a small change. It meant redesigning every character, environment, and scene, retraining animators, and essentially rebuilding the movie from the ground up. The swamp, the castle, even Shrek himself had to be reimagined in a completely new dimension. And yet, even with all this reinvention, the studio still didn't see the film as a major priority, leaving the team to push boundaries and take risks almost entirely on their own. 7. Shrek was considered a low-priority project at DreamWorks. Even with all the innovation, CGI redesigns, re-recorded lines, and improvisational energy, Shrek was treated as a side project by DreamWorks executives. Few believed that a movie about a green ogre could become a hit, so the creative team often had to take risks and make bold choices with minimal guidance. Working under these conditions pushed the cast and crew in unexpected ways, testing their patience, stamina, and creativity. With DreamWorks giving them space to experiment, the animators had the freedom and the challenge to dive deep into Shrek's world, bringing every muddy detail of his swamp to life. 8. Animators had to fall into the mud to make Shrek's home perfect. Shrek's swamp wasn't just drawn, it had to feel real and alive. To get the perfect look, animators studied every twisted tree, muddy puddle, and overgrown patch of grass. Some even had to fall into the swamp themselves, immersing themselves in the chaos to get a perfect picture to recreate the messy, grimy environment digitally. Every crooked fence, cluttered corner, and stinky mud puddle was carefully crafted to reflect Shrek's personality. Chaotic, lovable, and unapologetically ugly. The swamp became more than a backdrop. It was almost a character itself. All that effort to make the swamp, and Shrek himself, look real paid off in a big way. Helping turn what many thought was a low-priority side project into a movie that would change DreamWorks forever. 9. Shrek's success changed DreamWorks' direction as a studio. When Shrek hit the theaters, no one expected the cultural storm it would unleash. The movie dramatically exceeded expectations, blending irreverent humor, heartfelt moments, and groundbreaking in a way that became a template for animated films. DreamWorks executives, who had once treated the project as low priority, suddenly saw the potential of bold, unconventional stories. The success of Shrek shifted the studio's focus toward risk-taking animation, encouraging more creative freedom and leading to a string of innovative hits in the years that followed. After Shrek proved that bold ideas could succeed, the team got even bolder, slipping real-life quirks and personalities into the characters to give the world extra life and humor. 10. Some characters were inspired by real people. Some of the characters in Shrek were based on real people the animators knew. Certain gestures, facial expressions, and quirky habits came from friends, co-workers, and even family members. Donkey's nonstop energy, inspired by a real-life friend of one of the animators. Some villagers and background characters, tiny Easter eggs of real personalities slipped into their movements and faces. These little touches didn't just make the movie funnier, they made the world feel alive and unpredictable, like a fairy tale populated by slightly exaggerated versions of people you might actually know. Outro. From unexpected casting chaos to deleted scenes that left subtle ripples across the story, Shrek is more than just a movie about a green ogre. It's a testament to creativity, risk, and the surprising ways a film can leave its mark. Which fact did you find the weirdest? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it. If you enjoyed this weird fact about Shrek, be sure to check out our video on Finding Nemo, where we dive deep into the ocean of secrets behind Pixar's underwater masterpiece.